Mrs. Dentino?
Here.
Mr. Hutchinson?
Here.
Mrs. Maschke?
Here.
Mr. Pildes?
Here.
Mr. Tercey?
Here.
Mrs. Johnson?
Here. Now, can I have a motion, please, to approve the minutes, executive session, July 13th to July 20th? So moved. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Dentino?
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson?
Abstain on July 13th. Yes on July 20th.
Mrs. Maschke?
Yes.
Mr. Pildes?
Yes.
Mr. Tercey?
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson?
Yes. Can I have a motion, please, for board minutes, special meeting, July 13th, and regular meeting, July 20th? So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Dentino?
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson?
Abstain on July 13th. Yes on July 20th.
Mrs. Maschke?
Yes.
Mr. Pildes?
Yes.
Mr. Tercey?
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson?
Abstain on July 13th, and yes on the balance. Okay, at this time, do we have anyone for public comments, agenda items only? Anyone like to speak on the agenda? Yes, can you change that, please, to July 13th? The first, yeah. Thank you. Anyone like to speak on agenda items only? Seeing none, thank you. All right, report of the solicitor, please.
Thank you, Madam President. I do not have anything to report in the public forum this evening.
Thank you. Okay, our policy chair is not here tonight, so we'll skip that. Report of the superintendent, please.
Evening. Can you hear me, John? Evening, Mrs. Johnson, members of the board, members of the public. This evening I have a discussion item and then followed, I'll ask for a consent resolution on the balance of my report. But as we do each year, we have our supervisor from Student Special Services give a brief summary to the Board of Education on some of the efforts that the Department of Student Special Services does throughout the year. It's a lot of hard work and it's a lot of cost avoidance to this district. So tonight we have Mr. Delane Wilson here to speak to the board in that regard. So Mr. Wilson, welcome back.
Good evening.
Can you hear me? All right. First, I would like to acknowledge that none of the results would even be possible without the referrals from the community, the staff at Gloucester Township School District, and that goes from cafeteria workers, bus workers, because we rely solely on these referrals. And a lot of them are anonymous. The community members are vital to the results, and I want to say that. So this is the 25-26 Gloucester Township District Cost Avoidance Summary. What that is that if we had not had these investigations happen or affidavit process, these are individuals that would have stayed in the district and would have cost the district tuition money for that year or the duration of time until we found out they were here fraudulently. So based on the last 3 years in comparison, 23-24, there was a total of 175 investigations. 24-25, it was equal as well. There was 175. Last year, there was 151. I would like to say that's probably due to a precedent that the district is trying to set, that we're not as lenient of a district to try to come in, and we're going to, do everything that we can do to make sure that you're here and you should be here. In-district students identified attending the wrong schools. What that is individuals who are living within the district, but they might have moved to a different location, a different sending area. And then we were able to identify and put them in the correct schools. 23-24, there was 23 individuals. 24-25, there was 28. Last year, we identified 41 individual students within the district that we placed in their correct schools. Student Support Services conducted investigations and annual affidavit renewals that resulted in 90 students being transferred out of Gloucester Township School District. Many of our annual affidavit process is pretty much like the start of it in the summer. So we require individuals to submit two forms of documentation to show that you're here for your annual renewal. Many of those individuals, if they've moved, they can no longer provide that, which that points out a red flag, and we go from there. So 2023-24, there was 103 individuals that were sent out of the district, which a cost avoidance of $500,000. 2024-25, there was 91 individuals with a cost avoidance of $800,000. I would like to note from last year's grant, Hildebrand stated that there was also 9 other pending investigations that would have made that number even higher. So 2025-26, there was 90 individuals who were sent out of the district who are here fraudulently, and we avoided $932,000 and $841. And these amounts, and you will notice they differ, are determined by the cost per pupil rate, which you'll see on the form, and the duration of time the tuition would have been incurred for the students falsely attending here. I also here have at the bottom, there is my name, is also Ms. Heather Wallace, who is vital to the work that we do and our numbers in case we need to be reached. Any questions? Thank you.
I just
Thank you.
wanted to thank Mr. Wilson for his report. I did want to let the board and the public also know that my microphone was off. A couple of years ago, the Board of Education supported going from 2 of our investigators to 4 investigators. And I know that the amount of tracking and the amount of work it takes to purge those 90 students. I think the good news is that a lot of people want to come to school in Gloucester Township. But as Mr. Wilson said previously, you should go to school here if you reside here. And we have to have that department in place, in my estimate, to ward off people that shouldn't be here. And you can see from the amount of money that we are avoiding, it does add up. So again, please thank your staff for their hard work.
I also would like to reiterate that I always said we should put a bounty out. and like a $500 bounty, and if you are found that you don't belong here and you reported it, then they would get that. And I wonder if it would get more, if we would find more students that should be not here.
It probably would render a discussion with our legal counsel on the merits of that. I see yes, I see the efficiency of that though, Mrs. Johnson. I will also tell the Board of Education that Mr. Wilson, along with Mr. Tro, the preschool supervisor, we do meet routinely on what he said of trying to make it more efficient and kind of put the onus on parents and guardians that if you want to come here, you have to come with supporting records that prove you're here. And it really isn't just one department, but several that are trying to make sure that it's just district students here and that we support them. We have people in transportation. We have people that are good residents that call and they just see something that is awry. So it is a lot of people on deck that help us. So again, that's why we once a year have this report.
John,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
said before, are we doing anything to make the transition to in-person registration? For 2 reasons. Obviously, it's a lot easier to commit fraud online, sending in documentation, fraudulent documentation, and have people come in to make an appointment once they have all their documents in order, as opposed to piecemealing them and have your staff be secretaries for the parents, taking two documents,
Yeah.
make an appointment when you have all your stuff ready and then come in.
And that is actually what we do. We do, for convenience, we do offer the online for you to be able to register. But if we see anything that seems a little suspicious, we do flag it. I mean, especially with this AI era now, we know things, we have to put a second and sometimes a third eye on some of the things that they had. But we do offer primarily, we would like for you to come in. If you're having trouble uploading, if you're having trouble, let's say, making copies, we will make an appointment for you to come in and sit down with you. So that is happening, I would say 60% of the time.
I just think we should do all in-person registration, not online.
Okay, we're gonna continue to explore if we can get there. Okay. So for the balance of my report, I'm sorry. Thank you, Mr. Tursi. It keeps going on and off. If I could have a consent resolution for item 7.2A through 7.6 Q.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Have a second, please?
Second,
Anyone have any questions?
I do.
Okay.
Can I ask, I have it's probably mostly clerical. 7.2B attachment is the calendar. Why wasn't it updated for July? Is that they can't be updated until we approve it, or?
I thought the calendar was only 10-month. It didn't have the summer.
No, it's on there. It's just nobody's attended. It's the attendance record on 7.2B, the attachment. Like
Oh,
who
the board-
attended in
Board
August?
member attendance?
Yes,
Okay,
it's not done for August.
Not done for
Board.
August, but it's.
I know, but
is it through July?
it ends in July. I'm wondering, is that because we didn't approve those minutes? Or is it because we can't do it?
Yeah, we should have had this one filled in, and then this would be
John,
today.
I don't think she has the information yet to fill it in. It's still in my office. The minutes are being worked on.
Okay,
For August 4th and August
4th.
7th, what was the, no, not the 17th, but
Good.
we had we had two special meetings and they're not on here.
Yeah, I believe this is done in your office, and I believe the minutes are in my office right now.
okay.
So it can be updated.
We will.
It will be updated. Can't be updated tonight.
No, but
Yeah.
it's a clerical thing, not a
It's-
voting thing.
It's a timing thing.
Okay. Okay, my next two clarifications are on policy. Policy 1230, page 2 of 5. Is that a typo?
1, 2. No,
We removed the strikeout.
they should be removed.
1230, page 2 of 5. The last number 3 should be a 5. Is that only because of how we took out the strikeouts, or is that just a typo?
You're talking about page 2 of 5?
Yes,
The 4. Numerically, I think that should be a 5.
okay.
I would agree with you.
Because in D, it says, we're striving to motivate individuals to do our best. And then we're
Well-
not doing our
No,
best.
Hopefully they do better in math, right?
Yeah, all right. Now, let me ask you on policy 5561, page 3 of 3. We're adding this language about the physical restraint and seclusion techniques for students with disabilities. Again, 5561, 3 of 3. You see that? 3 of 3. It's the second big paragraph. I need, because it says this will include educational, clinical, and administrative personnel. Does this include Brett Denovi employees? They're the ones working with these students with disabilities. Are they considered township employees? Are outside? No. So they're not to be physically restraining them?
They still have to follow district policy, but they're not district employees.
Exactly, and we're adding this to the policy, but the person who works with them one-on-one that we pay good money for are the ones physically restraining or handling an emotional situation.
Right, and to my knowledge, we have separate contracts with Denovi,
We do.
which would include their ability to restrain if necessary,
Why isn't it in this policy?
because they're not your employee. Only if your employees had to do any of this, it pertains to them. And Brett Denovi has to follow all district policies, but they also have their own rules as well because you contract with them individually as a vendor.
That's what I mean. Are we liable for them under their constraint rules if we're hiring them
No, you're liable under our policy.
for our staff members, but they're not our staff members.
I understand. And that's why, in all fairness, if liability is technically no, but I can't say that if the school district were to be sued by way of example, due to restraint, the school district's going to be sued, Brett Denovi employees are going to be sued, and then we'll hash out liability. But, you
We
know,
couldn't add them to it. Al?
They're not employees. This is for our employees, our policies.
and I would imagine that, and I haven't looked at Brett Denovi contracts, but I would anticipate that it says they have to abide by school policy as well, in addition to their own implementations.
They're the ones directly in contact with the suit.
True, but I mean, I'd anticipate, I think, you know, your district has BCBAs and, you know, individuals.
Well,
who-
most of them are Brett Denovi too.
What's that? I'm sorry?
They're also Brett Denovi, BCPAs.
No,
Some of them, some of them
I
are.
think you have your
Still
own,
have some of ours.
to some extent.
So this is for our employees.
Right.
All right, I just want to make sure. All right, wait. But there's more. 7.4D. Only because this hits home for me. This is also in the attachment 7.4D. The standards either are from 2023 to 2026. And then science is back in 2000. Is that a typo? Or are we still going back 6 years for the science curriculum on page 7.4D? I don't see Mr. Trost.
New curriculum, attachment 7.4D.
Under science.
I mean, there's a bunch that are 2020. I mean, you have K-5 physical education that says 2020, health and fitness that says 2020, Spanish and French that says 2020.
Where do you see that?
Oh no, I mean, just go down the list. K through 5 world language Spanish 2020, K through 5 health and wellness.
But on the
2020.
New Jersey website, it's more
I'm
recent.
just saying though, with this, there's a mixture. I mean, there's more than one. There's like 7 of them that are from 2020.
Well, not all departments have updated. But I think science has.
I mean,
I just don't know if it's a typo or if we're staying back for a reason.
Staying back,
To
What-
2020.
I think that probably would
the sign.
be something to be fair to Mr. Trout, allow him to explain to the curriculum committee. My advice would have the board approve this tonight, and if there's anything that's not there, since Mr. Tro's not here, he could update it and we could approve this next month.
Oh, believe me, I meet on curriculum every month.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So your concern is that you just think 2020 is dated on science?
I don't know if we didn't update to the state level. The state updates it and then we follow with the state.
My suggestion that gets vetted in the curriculum committee meeting, but to
Uh,
approve it
next
tonight.
month. I'll
Yep.
bring it up. All
Okay.
right.
was this curriculum that was on the agenda not discussed in a curriculum meeting
We didn't have one.
Now we have.
previously? I'm saying so this was just new for this one and then didn't have the curriculum.
Mr. Tercey, I believe Mr. Tro is routinely, since he meets almost every single month on curriculum, updating the curriculum committee on what is happening in this department in all of the subject areas. So I would say, yes, he's delving into all of it.
No, but I'm saying, so this right here, that's here. He's on the curriculum committee.
I am.
He didn't see this until today,
This summary document. Yeah,
until when the agenda came out.
not certain. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't believe so.
So, I mean, out of fairness, when we have situations like that, should we make sure that these committees are met with so that way they're not blindsided, unless obviously emergency for the timing, of course, but
We've met and we've discussed in prior curriculum committees the new curriculum that's being suggested and any changes that are being made.
Like
These
this is-
ones that, where they're referencing standards are curriculum that are existing that have been revised and updated. So no, we weren't presented with, hey, we're gonna use this new curriculum
Yeah.
because anything that's new or that's being changed out, we've discussed.
yeah, but for the sake for him though, again, and in that case, you would hope that the curriculum committee, this is what's getting put on the agenda. These are the items that we have. This is what we're approving based off of what we've had in the years. Should be like, hey, curriculum committee, this is what we're doing. So that you guys were able to see it is what I would imagine before we were to vote on it, just so that way.
I just didn't know if it was a typo.
No, I'm not saying that it was or wasn't. I'm just saying to be fairness for the transparency of you guys and your committees, the same way of the other committees, like the policy, like you called something out, we went back and we looked at it, right? So with something like this, I would hope that these are presented to you for you guys to be able to review before it gets to this point. So that way we can say, hey, our curriculum committee is aware, because you can answer it, right? Because you usually come to the policy people and say, hey, what happened with this? Why is this way? So I'm saying the same way for you guys in that case that, I mean, again, it has to probably happen now because obviously we need it approved for the school year, the emergency.
Yeah.
In attachment 7.6G. My other question. I see they're amending team leaders for sixth grade gold, sixth grade blue. 3 core leaders in sixth grade for Glen Landing, but 0 core leaders for 8th grade. I find that weird. Do you think that's unheard of, that we have 3 at 6th grade level and 0 at 8th grade level? Team leaders?
Glenn Lanning, I would
Mhm.
have to ask the school administration, some of the co-curricular assignments may have already been approved and they may also still be in the pipeline pending. So I don't know if this is the complete list that you see in front of you tonight, to be fair, but I'm gonna look into it. Could be the complete list.
I didn't know if they took an 8th grade core leader and put him in 6th grade. They need leaders in the 8th grade.
No, I-
Definitely.
I,
So this
I-
could be
I
a-
believe you. I don't know if it's a complete list. I wouldn't want to comment on what's being presented without speaking to Mrs. Jones, who's the school leader there.
Okay, all right. All right. I take your word on that one. And then 3608. Where's 3608? Did I miss one? Missing one. Did I miss one? That's all I have. Oh, 3 6th grade and 0 8th grade. That's 3608. That was the question. So it could be an incomplete list. I'll take that.
Anything else?
That's all my questions for section 7.
Anyone else have questions or comments on this?
So could we have the motion and second just modified as amended? I believe that Mr. Pildes talked about a policy that had a typo.
Okay. Can I have a roll call, please, as amended?
Mrs. Dentino,
Abstain on 7.4D, yes on the balance.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes, as amended.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes, as amended.
Mr. Pildes,
Yes, as amended.
Mr. Tercey,
Abstain on 7.6J, employee number 6481. Yes on the balance.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes, and it's amended.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have the report of the business administrator, please?
Seeking approval of items 8.1 through 8.6 in the business section, please.
Can I have a motion, please? So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or
Yeah.
comments?
Yes, I do. On 8.5E in the regular section, can you tell me why we're approving bathrooms that we've been using for the last 5 years? What's the justification for this?
With the preschool classroom, you really need a bathroom inside the classroom. So if it's outside the classroom, you need to seek approval from the county office
Every year we do that?
every year. It's
And
pre-K and K, yeah.
Okay, and what's the justification in D then for the dual use of classrooms? Like, is that like a pull-in teacher brings a card in and uses the room as well? What's why do we need to approve that?
I believe you have like multiple classes in the same room. John, can you answer that?
Again. So a dual use would be if you have a classroom and you have dividers that divide the classroom. And on one side, you may have, say, a small group happening, but on the other side, you may have your physical therapist giving a child, their physical therapy. Okay, but it's, so you have instruction on one side, you need to get approval because the state expects you to be doing those things almost uniquely. But when you have space limitations, we have some space limitations. That's why we have dual use. You have to let the state of New Jersey know, hey, we're using this for this. They look at what you're doing. These things go once approved by the board and are approved. We receive from them. You have approval for dual use for the school year.
So my middle school mindset is the class leaves and another class comes in. That's not dual use.
No, this is the same
It's simultaneous.
and they're just not conforming. And you have to ask permission for it.
So in the future, one of our goals is to build an independent middle school or preschool building. Are we looking to put bathrooms in every classroom so we don't have to do this?
Yes, you would not be able to have design plans for a new building for preschool use without bathrooms in there. Any code updates we would be compelled to follow, including the bathroom. So yes, is the short answer.
Gotcha. All right. Now I have a quick question on a check number. 142002. Great Minds LLC. This says here it's a grant. Is Impact Grant a name of a program, or did we get money from a grant and we had to pay for it?
Impact grant, it is a grant.
So why did we pay $132,000?
Because the money comes into us, we deposit it into our grant fund, and then we pay for the subscription, the software, whatever. it is.
We pay for a tutor provider, Mr. Pildes. And then these providers send in their employees and provide tutoring to our students as part of that grant.
So is it a cost to the taxpayers?
No.
Or is it a savings to the taxpayers?
It would be, in my opinion, a savings to the taxpayers because the district competed for a grant, won the grant, and it's to provide supplemental instruction to students, but we just don't have all the resources to deploy them to students. So we go to an outside concern, Great Minds, and then they bring staff in after school, in some cases, to meet with the children and provide.
It's an outside source coming into our students.
Yes, providing tutoring.
So we're paying this 132 or we're getting this 132?
Let's just say we received $100,000. We have impact approved already tonight. Let's just say in this example, we get $100,000. Let's just say that our teachers can only do $50,000 of the work. We still have $50,000 that we got for free because it was a grant. So we enter into a contract for the other 50 grand with Great Minds, and then they send people in to service our students' needs.
But it's not being affected by the taxpayer.
No, it has nothing to do with the current expense budget.
To be clear with the grants though, right, there's allowed uses of the money, how it's spent. Right? So that's what, so once it's used for the company, like you're saying, that's the use that we're allowed
It's
to use.
permissible, yeah.
Permissible, right?
You could do it all in-house, or you could go out and do exclusively all grape mines if you wanted. Yes.
We could apply for a bigger grant.
No, that's not what I said. I said, once you get the grant, now you have this money. It's intended for a specific reason. Okay, so how do you give tutoring to children? You can either do it with your certificated staff who are willing to do it. If we don't have enough, we go to an outside firm, contract with them. But at the end of the day, if we got 100,000, we can only spend 100,000. And it's
So
not
this is
taxpayer
above
funded.
and beyond.
It's above and beyond, yes, sir.
But Chip, there's
But
always
the
more,
grant-
there's always more grants out there. You could always go for more grants for other stuff.
Oh, I'm well aware. I know you, we're looking into the grants, I know. Quick question, all right. Check number 142102. My Brett Denovi person, 93,022. All right, 93,000, and this is for just the month of July, just 2 weeks minus Fridays. Am I correct? Do we have extended school year for the special ed children on Fridays?
No,
No. So Brett Denovi works Monday through Thursday, and this is for 2 weeks. So this is that check of close to $100,000 is for 8 days worth of employment.
I haven't seen the invoice. I don't know quite what that answer might be.
No, we have the invoice.
We got it.
We got them.
Okay.
But the reason it's low is because it's only for 8 days. So could our special ed aides have applied for these summer positions under our rates instead of these triple rates?
That's difficult to answer, Mr. Pildes. I think that you have individual education plans, as you know, and these students who have during the regular main school year have already had services provided by, say, Brett Denovi or others. As they go into this 20-day extended school year period, it's required by law. I don't think there's a great deal of time between the end of the school year and the beginning of extended school year to post, hire. And I think what is done in special services is the same providers follow the students into their 20-day extended school year period. So you have continuity of instruction. I think if you would have something, you might have some challenges from parents. You start to, within a 2-3 week period, changing that resource provider.
It's just the highest resource provider that the taxpayers deserve better.
I think in years past, we have kept some of our aides on staff. It's been brought up at special services meetings.
Okay. The kids deserve better. I think. I just do. And it's
Anyone
personal.
else have any questions or comments? Can I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Dentino,
Abstain on 8.6B3 and 8.6D. Yes, on the balance.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pildes,
I am voting no on check 142102 and yes on the best.
Mr. Tercey,
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson,
Abstain on check number 142033 and 142104. Yes on the balance.
thank you.
Mr. Bilodeau, do we have any old business?
Well, we do. It has been reported that we don't have a special services director. She's been elusive, but Jill Trainer, I know how many times you made it out, but certainly glad that you are on board here in Gloucester Township. You didn't have much of a honeymoon here, Jill. They threw you right into it, and as you can see, there's a lot to do. But I appreciate your stewardship of that department thus far and, wish you continued luck there.
Welcome.
Stand up, be recognized. Stand. Everybody's dying to meet you, yeah.
So,
Okay, any new business?
no, at this time.
Anyone have public comments? Would anyone like to speak? Anything? On anything, yes.
Dorothy Hope DeLeo, terminated employee of Gloucester Township Schools. I want to bring to light a couple of the points. First off, Joe Allen is a resident of Gloucester Township. He posted back, it looks like August 1st. The post is rather lengthy, but I just want to read off a sentence that he posted. But it does show Gloucester Township Public Schools already has 2 older open OCR, which means Office of
Civil rights.
Hmm?
Civil rights.
Thank you. Office for Civil Rights cases, both from March 12th, 2024, one for disability discrimination, in parentheses, denial of benefits, and one for Title VI retaliation. And they would both be mine when I had gotten sick. Number 2, this was sent to me July 23rd, 2026, and July 24th, 2026. Let's see. Bear with me here. Okay, July 23rd, 2026. Title 34, Education, one section changed. Subtitle B, Regulations of the Offices of the Department of Education. Chapter 1, Office for Civil Rights, Department of Education. Part 100, Non-discrimination under programs receiving federal assistance through the Department of Education. Effectuation of Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Appendix B to Part 100, Guidelines for eliminating discrimination and denial of services on the basis of race, color, national origin, sex, handicap, and handicap for vocational education programs. Now we're going to go to July 24th, 2026. Title 34, Education, 2 sections changed. Subtitle B, Regulations of the Offices of the Department of Education. Chapter 1, Office for Civil Rights, Department of Education. Part 100, Non-discrimination under programs receiving federal assistance through the Department of Education. Effectuation of Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. 100.3, Discrimination Prohibited. 100.5, Illustrative Application.
Okay, thank you. We have
I still
somebody
have a
else
couple
with-
more.
We have somebody else that wants to speak, and then you can come back.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi,
Hello.
my name's Katie McLaughlin. I am a parent of a student at Loring Fleming. And I just wanted to come tonight as a parent to really express my concern about the upcoming school year. Since June, we've had Dr. Rose has retired. Mr. Moorfeld was the assistant principal. He was transferred to be a principal at another school. And there was a guidance counselor that was originally on non-renewal status. Then that was rescinded. And then subsequently, there was a resignation from her. This is a lot of turnover in a very short period of time for our students. It's a very large school. It's over 650 students. And Dr. Rose and Mr. Moorfeld, they ran an amazing school. It was safe, it was efficient, it was organized, and above all else, it was extremely personable. And our students, they're losing that right now. They knew every single student by name. They were the ones doing arrival, dismissal. They were in the lunchroom. They knew the students that needed that little bit of extra to help their days go smooth and to help the days for the staff members to go smooth. It's really important that it's a big deal for elementary school students. They're coming to school the first day. There's over 650 students, especially our younger guys. It's very likely that they don't know their new teacher, that they don't know any student in their new classroom. So they were the staff members. They were their connection. They were the staff members that really provided for those smooth transitions. And that's all gone for them. So I just think it's really important that for the new staff that are coming in, I'm really hopeful for them. I am excited to see what they do, but I just really want to make sure that there is that emphasis on creating a very personable experience for our students. So I want to make sure that from the district that they are being supported. It's all new staff there. They don't know how things are done within the schools. They don't know the students. They're going to need guidance. And I want to make sure that from the district and within the district that they're giving that so that they can create a very personable experience. I know that summer is ending, but I mean, I think it would be a great idea for there to be something as simple as an introductory email for parents and students, maybe a video of the principal introducing herself so that the students know who it is, that they have a name with a face. Maybe something as simple as the phone blast that goes out for snow days. I mean, that would be something super minimal that could really go a long way. A little bit more effort, maybe something like Chalk the Walk, where the new principal is available to meet and the kids can come and write like a positive message to start the school year off good. Those things at the elementary school are essential. It is essential for our students to feel that connection. Things like that just really go a long way. And just one thing that I want to say is that as the superintendent and the Board of Ed, when you are considering candidates and interviewing for these positions, I hope that you really do consider how important emotional stability is for the students, and especially at the younger levels. They don't have those additional things within school like sports teams. They don't have, they're still learning. Most of the kindergarten, first grade, second grade, they don't know a lot of the other students. They know who's in their classroom. They know their classroom teacher. So when they're walking into school the first day and they don't know their classroom teacher yet, they don't know the other students, I'll wrap up soon. It's really important that they have those connections. I hope that as those positions are available, that as the board members, or when you see that there is a principal position, that you really do consider the current assistant principal for those. It goes a long way. And I think that a lot of what the Loring Fleming students are experiencing right now could have been avoided with a little bit of planning. So like I said, I'm hopeful, and I just hope that, that it's a good school year for everybody.
Yes, thank you. Would anyone else like to speak? Dottie? No?
Your turn.
Okay, as I was saying, that was number 2. Now, number 3, the federal investigation against Gloucester Township Public Schools. This is an investigation with 20 districts in the whole country. U.S. Department of Education, OCR probe, Office of Civil Rights. And based on the 2023-2024 civil rights data, they both pertain to me. The other 2, they pertain to someone else. Concerns over handling of staff on student sexual misconduct. One of 20 districts nationwide, and district serves 6,600 students. Now, number 4 is let's see. Mm. Okay, I received an email because my email for the school district was never shut down, and I've been terminated for 21 months. I received an email from Lene Pantaleone. She's a second grade teacher at Union Valley. It says to Dorothy DeLeo and Jennifer Weiss. And Lene sent that to me on August 4th. Hi, Dot and Jen. Attached is my welcome to second grade letter for parents. I hope you're enjoying your summer, Lene. Mr. Billida, would you know anything about this?
I would not.
Because I've been terminated for 21 months. And out of the clear blue, I'm getting an email from Lene Pantaleone, a second grade teacher. And needless to say, my email was shut down 2 days later. So that's about all I have right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak? Seeing none, that portion is closed. All right. Do we have any board member comments? Anyone?
I do. I just want to comment on, I know Mr. Pildes brings up about Brett DeNovi. While I do respect the amount and everything that you say, I just feel voting no to his services is not in good faith for the kids. We have for years tried to, through special services, work out different ways that we can bring more of our staff in. And I've said it over and over, we want nothing more than to have everybody be our staff. But until we get to that point, we have to provide services for these kids. So, voting no for his check is saying no to services for kids with special needs, in my personal opinion.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I do.
Okay.
I appreciate your comment. To Miss McLaughlin out there, I was on the interview committee for the new principals, and you are getting two phenomenal principals at that school. I would love for you to come back in November or December and just give me a vibe of how it's going.
I personally know Nicole McGann that is recommended for the assistant principal position. Phenomenal. I worked with her for close to 15 years in a school district, and I wanted all of my students. She's amazing. So, I know it's just
You're going to be wowed.
making sure that doesn't take away that. So.
I appreciate your trepidations and all, but I do think our new hire, Miss Trainer's here. I full confident in you. Your resume speaks volumes, and I know going forward you're going to do what's best for those special ed children. I do. I really think we're in good hands. All right, Mr. Delaney, I'd like to thank you for your wonderful report. Seeing it go in the correct direction of township residents getting township services warms my heart. All right, Mr. Umar back there, I heard all about the painting at Blackwood. All right, can you believe this? Almost the whole building. All right, so the kids at Blackwood are going to have a nice, clean, fresh start to a building. On that note, they're not here, maybe they're here. The hard work that goes on in the summer months needs to be acknowledged. The custodial staff, the secretarial staff, just everybody that works in the summer sometimes go unnoticed. We don't do a star student in the summer, but maybe we should do some star departments because they need to know that what they're doing is valued and appreciated. The extended school year staff, kudos for them keeping up, and the curriculum people back there, they work hard, and sometimes because it's summer, they don't get as noticed. So shout out to them, bus drivers. I know our bus drivers are working hard, so it's good. All right. And on my last note, I just want to say, I hope for everybody to have a wonderful, safe opening of a new school year, fresh start, kindergarten, preschool, excited, maybe first time ever going to school. Maybe it's their 8th grade year and it's their last year at Gloucester Township. But I wish everybody a happy and safe start of a new school year. Thank you.
I have prepared a statement I'd like to share. Over the past several months, our school district has experienced a lot of change, along with several serious events that have understandably caused concern among parents, staff, and residents. I think it's appropriate time to clarify the role of the Board of Education, what the board is responsible for, what it is not responsible for, and how this board approaches its responsibilities. The board does not run day-to-day operations of the school district. Board members do not supervise teachers and staff, manage transportation, direct individual employees, investigate individual complaints, or make the countless operational decisions that occur in our schools every day. Those responsibilities belong to the superintendent and the administration. The board's responsibility, as per the New Jersey School Board Association and the New Jersey Department of Education, is governance and oversight. We establish policies, approve budgets and contracts, evaluate the superintendent, review recommendations, ask questions, request additional information when necessary, and vote on the matters that come before us. And when something goes wrong, our responsibility is to ask what happened, determine whether policies and procedures were followed, and make sure appropriate corrective action is taken. That is what responsible oversight looks like. Each board member receives the information, asks his or her own questions, listens to the answers, considers the facts, and makes an individual decision. Sometimes we agree. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we even change our minds. That's independent judgment. Our responsibility is not simply to say yes because something has been recommended to us. We have committees that meet to go over items that need approval, and they report the findings to the board. Our responsibility is to understand that we are being asked to approve and decide whether it's truly in the best interest of our students, our staff, our schools, and the residents who support this district. Residents should expect their elected board members to ask questions, look closely at how their tax dollars are being spent, and ask for more information when something is unclear. And they should expect each of us to make our own decisions rather than simply voting along with a group. As you can see, we take our decisions seriously. Recent events involving student safety and employee conduct make the oversight more important, not less. There will also be times when the board cannot publicly discuss everything it knows because student information, personnel matters, and ongoing investigations are confidential. That does not mean the board is ignoring a problem. It does not mean that we are unaware of it, and it certainly does not mean that we do not care. As board president, I cannot promise that problems will never occur in a school district this large. No one can. My hope would be that we continue asking questions, seeking answers, expecting accountability when something goes wrong, and making decisions based on what we believe is best for our students, our staff, our schools, and the residents of this community. I ask the public to judge this board by what we actually do. The education and safety of our children must always be our highest priorities. Asking questions, demanding accountability, and proving strong, independent oversight do not distract from that responsibility. They are part of our job. And with this, I do not want to discourage anyone from coming out. Please continue to give us your input. Thank you. Okay, so at that point, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I get it? Do I need it? No. Okay. All right, thank you. This meeting is closed. Thank you for coming out.